What is going on, guys? So in this video I'm going to show you how to make this type of flare or light transition from scanning. One of my members on my Telegram sent me this video on how scanning did this transition, and I'm actually going to show you how to do this in After Effects. So now let's get into After Effects. You can see in the video you saw some images, and what I have to do is that I'll just create a new comp, and all we have to do now is just drag our asset into our composition. So now let's turn up this. So make sure you guys have this option turned on. So if you right click this side, just go to column and make sure render time is on, so you can know the layer which is actually slowing down your After Effects or the layer containing heavy effects, so that you can disable them. What I'll do now is just grab my pen tool and I'll just make a shape. So just make a shape like this. You make sure you have the fill turned off, then enable the stroke. So just go to your red giant and add a luster to your shape. If you apply it, you actually see we have this type of a rope like shape. So all you have to do is just go into your settings and change the color. So you can go for something. So we are down, pre-compose this again, and now let's add our asset to this. So with the pegs, put it on top of the rope and just position it to this side like this. So you duplicate it again, Ctrl D, and move it to the other side. And this is our pegs and our rope. Then now let's add our asset to this. Go to S, scale this down, move it to this side here. Let's rotate this, W to rotate this. So you can actually create a larger comp for this, but I will use this. So just rotate this, X, and just bring it below our pegs here. Put this also here. So now let's go to the fun stuff here. We are going to create a rotate animation. So all we have to do now is just go to our pegs. So this is the first one. Let's go to the first one here. So go to your first one and just send your anchor point to the middle. So make sure your anchor point is here, and just go to rotate, and let's rotate this so you can see. So if I place my anchor point somewhere here and I rotate this, it's going to rotate like this, and we don't want that. So make sure your anchor point is at the middle, and make a keyframe and move in time and rotate it like this. So we are going to loop this. So all you have to do is just alt click on your rotation and just type loop out, and hit on one of these and select loop out and hit on OK. So it's going to loop continuously. Now go to your T1 and also go to the anchor point and make sure you have your anchor point at the middle. So you put it here. We're going to put it just at the middle of our X here, and we're going to create a rotation keyframe. So just grab your rotation settings or rotation from here, Ctrl C, and just paste it here, Ctrl V, and it's actually going to take the rotation. If you have this here, all you have to do is just loop this. So select your rotation. For all our texture, hit R for rotation and hit Alt on your keyboard and click on it and just type loop out. We are going to do same for all of them, so that it's going to loop the rotation. So now all we have to do now is just go into the pre-comp and start pasting our clips or our images. So we'll go to T1, and now all we have to do is I have screenshot of part of this movie, and I'll just paste it there and make a track matte. Try adjusting this. So I have this one here, and if you go to our comp, you can see we have that one here, and we're going to do same for the second one. All we have to do is just start with the animation. So since this is a comp we created, so this is the name of the comp. I made it asset. All I have to do is just bring this asset to our project, our main comp, and we have it here. So before we continue, let me change the color to blue. So just when the character just come into place, this is where our assets drops. So you send it to the top, hit P for position. I'm going to send this to the top here and just create a keyframe for position Y, hit on it and send it just at the back. So if it comes here, this is where our transition will appear. So bring it back. So select Y and bring it down here like this. All you have to do is just select your keyframes, the ease, and create this type of graph. So if I go to my graph, this is what you can do. So just play with your graph and see the one which looks best, and just so now let's go to the transition we actually need to do. So with this, let's now add our drop shadow to this to enhance this. So I'll just add my shadow. We can also add deep glow. You can also select tint and choose dual, and we can change this to something reddish but very dark color here. And you can also bring down the exposure. Just create a new adjustment layer. Make sure you save your project to prevent any crash. And with this you can use, so if you're having the video copilot optical flares, you can actually use that. If you don't, and you also have the BCC lens flare, you can also use that. If you're having the sapphire lens flare, you can also use that. So any of them. So with the optical flares, I know some of you don't, I know most of you have the optical flares by video copilot. So if you're having the optical flares, you can actually use this. So let me show you this so that you can apply it to any lens flare you have. So with the optical flares, all you have to do is just go to the settings here and just choose it to over original, and just position your lens flare just to the side here like in the video. And all we have to do now is just go to our option and let's customize our lens flare. So with this long thing here, we don't want that. I will turn it off. I'll hide it. I'll hide this. I'll hide this. So I'll actually love this. So I'll hide this. I'll hide this. I'll hide this, and I'll hide this, and I'll actually love this. I'll also, let's see, I'll love this. So I will enable this, hit on OK as soon as the image is dropped down. So we'll start from here, and we can also change the color. So I can go for something reddish or something like this, and all we have to do is just create some keyframes. So create a position keyframe, brightness, scale, and hit on U to reveal your keyframes. And now this is what we'll do. So when it gets here, make another keyframe, and with here I will just go to my brightness and my scale. So I bring my scale down, my brightness, so I just bring my scale down, and moving time. And with this side here, we're going to increase our brightness and then increase our scale to everything get missing. And now we move in time again, and now we're going to move this to the side here. So I'll go to my position and I'm going to move this to the side, and I'm going to scale this down again to something like this and bring the brightness also down. So this is what you have. So all we have to do now is just bring our second clip. We actually need our second video to show up, so I'll just get another scene here and let's try and get some scene. So with this, you can go through and choose your color. You can choose any color you desire and just play with your favorite color you want. And so this is to use optical flares. So if you're not having the optical flare, and let me disable this, and you have the BCC, so you can go to your BCC lens flare, this one, select this, and all you have to do is just go to your FX browser and just choose one of the lens flare and just go through. So for this, I'll go for this one, and all I have to do now is just customize this. So I can go to my flare. I have my flare on, polygons, I don't need that, and my discs, just turn off what you don't need and only select these ones. And all you have to do is you can also increase the scale, the brightness, and the position. You can increase this. Just create a keyframe like how I did for the optical flares, and we are done. So now pre-compose this, and now let's add shakes to this shake. So I'll be using the BCC camera plus, then I'll go to FX, and now let's add our shakes. We'll go to jackhammer, now create a keyframe, hit U to reveal your keyframes, send it to the side here, make sure it's on 0, go to the middle and make sure it's around 200, moving time, move some little frames, and just set it back to 0, and select your keyframes, highlight everything easy ease, go to your graph, value graph, and now let's make this. You can go into your keyframes again and just increase your shakes, and you can highlight your and just extend this. So all we have now is this transition. If the lens flare seems very fast, all you have to do is just go to the adjustment layer and just start playing with the values here. I know some of you guys know how to do this. Actually, if you have any type of troubles with some transition you see online, or any transition or any effect you see, kindly send this to my Telegram or my Discord, and I'll go through and try and recreate this type of transition. Make sure you give me a comment, and make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Peace.